Greetings, YouTube. Happy Sunday, and welcome to one of those offers that we've been waiting and expecting at some point to get, given the spring cleaning, shall we say, weight of units on people's accounts. For those of you that haven't just thrown them all at Aegon crystals, which I know so many of you have, and that is the limited and now only about once a month, twice a month if you're lucky, unit-based offers in the contest. These are multi-tiered usually and offer some semblance of value. We're going to talk about these, of course, in reference to the Glory Store changes for those of you uncollected and above, which is also usually relevant because you only see these usually if you're uncollected and above. But Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments and Tier 2 alpha, 1,000 units, right? So let's say somewhere between $30 and $50. We'll say $35 just for fun. $35 worth of units get you half a Tier 2 alpha and 10% of a Tier 5 basic. That is, so far, a absolutely trash offer. This was kind of the expectation of what these prices were 2 years ago. We know now that on an average day, I'm not talking about July 4th or spring cleaning or Cyber Weekend, an average day you can expect to pay between $30 and $35 for a fully formed Tier 2 alpha. This is half of that. And hopefully at least 9,000 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, but really you're looking at closer to the hope of about 12,500, and this is, a third of that. So this should be at most about 800 units, but probably closer to 600 or 500 if you want it to be a good deal. Roughly half this price. So I'm going to give this first tier an F. But we are not done, right? Because the 1,000 unit offer unlocks the Odin level offer. And as I said and predicted, this is only available for those of you who are uncollected anyway. So the Glory Store changes are affecting those of you. So 15,000 Tier 5 basic for an Odin. That would still put the price of a fully formed Tier 5 basic, even if you just isolate that tier, at $300 for free-to-play players. That is insane, especially because you free-to-play players can get 22,500 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments per Alliance Quest week if you have 5,000 glory at your disposal. That is half of a Tier 5 basic. That is more than what they're saying should cost you 4,000 units, because if you add those two together, that's 19,500 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. That is, again, less than what you could get for free if you hoard your glory and maximize the purchase limit of Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments during the Alliance Quest week. That is the insanity that is Kabam not understanding how they changed for the better the economy of the game, especially for free-to-play players in the Glory Store. They're still pricing these unit offers as if the Glory Store changes didn't exist, and I'm sure they're trying to get some suckers who have a bunch of units stored up to throw them at these deals, but they are terrible. For 3,000 units, this should be at least 22,500 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, but if you really want to get a good deal, you should get 30,000 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments and 4 Tier 2 alphas. But it's half of that for a 3,000 unit price. That is also an F grade, by the way. And now we have the final, the 6,000 unit offer. Now we're getting 3 plus Odins, right? We're getting it's $200 plus for all these offers. So 6,000 units, basically $200. So it's $35 and then $100 and then $200. So you're looking at $330 plus for everything. 30,000 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, which is what I said the previous one should have been. 4 Tier 2 alphas and 600,000 gold. Talk about a pathetic amount of gold. We're used to seeing 1,000,000 gold for a Odin, which is the 3,100 units technically, even though we just kind of round down and go 3,000. Probably the worst gold deals I've ever seen in 2020 for a unit-based offer. I mean, it's almost like the gold doesn't exist for the purchase price. And for 10,000 units, you're getting just over a fully formed Tier 5 Basic. This should, for 10,000 units in 2020, give you a chance from scratch to take a 5-star to rank 5, which means you need not 1 but 2 fully formed Tier 5 Basic and 6 Tier 2 Alpha. So the Tier 2 Alpha they actually got right, I guess, but the Tier 5 Basic needed to be way more than this. And just as a reminder, a friendly reminder, if somehow you don't believe my math is correct, and I don't blame you, I'm not a math teacher. When you go to the 4,500 per Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, and you multiply that times 5, which is the purchase limit per week, you get 22,500, which is half of a Tier 5 Basic. And so if you save up that 5,000 glory, and if you do the math and you put the entire purchase at 5, you will see it's exactly 5,000 glory. I know this because I've done this in multiple weeks. You will get a free half of a Tier 5 Basic, which is awesome because glory doesn't cost money unless, of course, you can't complete your Alliance Quest path, and you have to use money or at least potions or revives or units to get down that pesky defender that's keeping you from 100% helping your Alliance clear the map. Every one of those deals is an F. And for gold, it's like Scrooge McDuck level F. I know that I had said that Kabam's excuse for using your units in the 24-hour champion event was pretty bad given the drop rates of those featured champs, especially as 5 and 6-star rarity. But this is somehow turning the 24-hour crystal event and making it even worse with this 3 tiers of trash. It is an insult to dumpster fires. All 3 get an F grade. And I just have to say that free-to-play players especially, everybody who hoards units, deserves a better value than this. Uncollected and above, you deserve at least enough materials for 10,000 units to take a 5-star to rank 5. And right now, we're still not seeing anything close to that. And that is a pathetic time to look at the economy of the game for unit-based deals in the Marvel Casino of Champions.